back.
Welcome back to the Abandon All Podcast, Episode 2.
Including special guest slash roommate slash Travis's brother,
Taylor.
Good gracious, man. Well,
Taylor, it's great to have you on.
so it's good to have you on, man. Now you requested to come on, and we're curious. What did you have to say?
You're gonna put me on the spot like that. I really don't know how these things go. Guess I just want.
All right.
I don't know. Why would you just throw it to me like that?
I just want to start this off by saying something that I feel needs to be said, and I think it's important to note this. Now, on our way to the studio, Travis's room.
My house.
Travis and I stopped at McDonald's, and on their sign we saw that they have donuts now, which is new.
And they're called Lil Donuts. Thought that was just a
First
trendy
of all-
name that they were just trying to fit in with all them new rappers, but
And it is trendy, and I did appreciate I appreciated the name. And I just don't comment, that's fine. And we'll move on.
And of
now-
course, these two had to get 7 each.
No, we
Yes.
got one each. We got two. They're $1.79 for two of them, and we thought
Steal of a deal.
Going into that, we thought that was a steal of a deal, and come to realize after receiving the donuts,
they're the size of a penny.
they're called Little Donuts for a reason, and that reason is because they're a Timbit essentially. And
They are Little Donuts.
Exactly, Little Donuts. And so I just want to put that out there, and I want to call out McDonald's specifically in saying that the advertising was false because they looked way better on the picture and way bigger than we got them in person.
Yeah, they were at least like a foot in diameter on the picture, so I had some high expectations there.
Anyways, now that is said,
If you still want to sponsor the podcast, though,
Who are you
McDonald's,
talking
you
to? Oh,
can.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, of course,
Right.
McDonald's, because
Okay.
they contacted us after the first episode.
right.
And so, yeah, we're still interested. So. Just can't be burning bridges this early in your podcast career.
And I
I'm just
respect
looking.
that.
I'm looking out for you as your media
And-
guru.
No, I absolutely respect that. And now that I've said that and I got that out of my system, we can move on and carry on with the plethora of topics that we have planned for today.
Currently, the list is blank. We're just kind of making stuff up on the spot.
Glad you guys put a lot of prep into it.
Yeah.
Because I did.
That's what a podcast is, man. You're supposed to talk, just tell your thoughts and.
All right. Well, I have a topic.
Hold on. You didn't run this by us.
I said it like 8 times before we started. Is
said a lot.
teeth
Oh, we're not talking
natural?
about it.
Yes, we are.
No one. 3 people know who that is. and
Okay,
it doesn't
well,
matter.
if you guys don't know who Tfue is, he's former FaZe member, streamer, Twitch streamer. I don't even know what he does. Don't really care. Dude just claims that he put on, 30 pounds
30
of muscles
muscle mass.
in 6 months, all natty.
And now here's the problem, and this is what it stems from. This is why I told you to bring it up. He's mad that he's been working out for 4 years now, and has put on a total of 3.5 years, and has put on a total of maybe 4 pounds. And so I feel like that's hitting home, and that's maybe where
More like
that
25 pounds.
that where that's stemming from. And now, but that does bring us to a good topic, which is
Should you go on cycles?
No, don't recommend steroids.
And what cycle Luke is taking.
I know I look like it, clearly, but believe it or not, I'm not taking one. Now, I wanted to talk about this as well, and that is the greatest idea that I've ever had in my 19 2/3 years on planet Earth, and
That may sound like a big thing, but it's not.
Do you even know what I was going to say?
No.
And that is the sauna that I built and I have in my bush. And why it's so brilliant is this. It was a deer stand at one point, or like a hut of sorts, and I had the simply brilliant vision to flip it from a unused deer hut into a usable sauna. And I feel like that may or may not have been the most fantastic idea I've ever had, because we've probably put a total of like 20 hours inside of that sauna, and we've only had it set up for like not even a month. And the amount of just utter skin exfoliation I've got from that.
And absolute skin roasting as well.
And that's the problem with it, is that we don't have a thermometer in it, and it's also like a steam sauna because
Called wet saunas.
yeah, wet sauna, because we have a furnace in it. We just hot water onto the furnace, and so
it could be 250 degrees Fahrenheit in there, and we wouldn't even know.
and just pure steam sizzling and bubbling on your skin, and we just sit in there and take it, because it feels like your body's recovering,
when
but
it could actually be breaking down.
but at the same time, it could be devastating for long-term health. And Travis, actually, didn't you were out and out of it for about like 2 weeks after you got in it the first time, not?
Yeah, so the first time, I looked it up afterwards because I was wondering why I felt so trash. First time sauna users, 5 to 10 minutes you're supposed to go in there. We did about 2 hours. And it took me about 2 days to recover from the dehydration because I didn't bring enough water. And I couldn't talk straight the next day.
And
Say how like you normally can.
yeah. And that's the devastating effects of sauna overuse. But the thing is that we have to counteract that, is we have a gorgeous oasis of a pond set up right beside the sauna.
AKA a little bit of water that they dug a hole and put in.
It's like a puddle, kind of. And it's it's nice and cold. And so what's great about that is you can just hop into the nice cold water right from the sauna and hop back in. And Taylor
absolutely Wim Hofs it in the pond.
likes to use his method that he refers to as Wim Hof, which is an actual thing, a breathing method or whatever it is.
And I'm a freak at it.
Well, would you like to explain to us, and maybe even so much as demonstrate what
Demonstrate?
the method
It would kind of
is,
sound
yeah.
like ASMR. But
No, but
Yeah, but
bring
there's a
it,
video.
I want to hear you bring it.
Here.
You want-
Like,
Take a
bring it
seat.
close, and I want to hear what the breathing sounds like.
Okay.
Like, what's Wim Hof do?
Okay.
How did Wim Hof climb Mount Everest in his tidy whities? That's how I want to, and which is true.
He did it, yeah. It's insane. I don't know. I think he just kind of went to some different country, learned a couple cool things, came back, started breathing differently.
And I don't understand that, because
That is how he came up with it.
I went to Florida for a
works.
week and a half and came back and
I started breathing differently. That was because
I was out of breath.
I was breathing worse. And so yeah, anyways, I'm curious how Wim Hof does it.
So, well, pretty much all it is you just kind of open your mouth, open the
As one
airways,
does. As one does.
take a deep breath starting in your belly,
Yeah.
and then you bring the breath up through your body into your chest and then into your head. After that, I don't know, you just repeat
And
that.
so, why is bringing it up from the stomach better?
I don't know the technical, but
I just want to see you do it once, please.
I don't know like what you mean by like.
And that's all it is.
That's all like some of it. There's like he has tons of different like breathing exercises on his YouTube video. Most of it's free. You can like spend like $10,000 and join his just little cult.
awesome.
But no, I think like the one it costs like money. He does these nature like hikes with people where he trains them himself, brings them in like nature hikes on like not Mount Everest but smaller mountains that are cool.
You tell me he doesn't bring them up Mount Everest the first
Yeah,
time?
just a couple random guys, and he just brings them right up Mount Everest, right up Mount Everest on their first
That's
first
actually
hike.
interesting to do, and actually, you know, because we are running low on content, we don't know what to film.
We might climb Mount Everest.
Well, I was going to say we might go on Wim Hof's adventure, but yeah, climbing Mount Everest could also be a good source of footage, and I think would really go with the brand.
I'm gonna prove that you can do it in your tidy whities without this special breathing method.
And I will be there to bring my brother's body back.
We'll put the feet
Whatever it takes.
Anyways, yeah, so what else have we been up to really over the past multiple months? Anything special you guys have done?
Not a whole lot.
Work.
Work, work out, school work,
It's a lot of work.
Luke hasn't done any of these things.
That's not true. I have.
He's
And
just
I-
worried that his mom listens to his podcast.
I'm telling you, Mom, I do work hard. I promise.
Occasionally.
And what's things we've been working on? You've been doing a lot of running recently.
I
That's
have
something we've been trying to get better at. Running around the city,
just
Running around in
five-
circles.
running circles up and down the stairs, wherever you really get the chance to. And have you gained anything from that? You know,
Gain the experience.
was it a good experience?
It's experience.
Not at all. Yeah, no, running is not exactly something that I would consider even like minorly enjoyable unless you're doing it at a pace that's like just above walking, which is faster than Taylor's pace, but that's fine because he's new to it. And
I will let everyone on the podcast know. Let this be on the record that I can run a 5-minute mile fast. It's also
that's incorrect.
not true, but someday it will be. I'm
A
getting
5-minute
there.
mile is not a bad pace.
Yeah, but I'm more like the
Talk
4:15
to me
mile.
when you have a 3-minute mile.
Well, and Travis, and the problem with that statement is, first of all, I'm literally.
I don't know why you had to build a sauna when it's literally a sauna in this
It
room.
is hot.
I'm perspirating at a severe level, and I don't even. I'm feeling lightheaded.
You also
I'm
just
perspirating so much it's almost precipitation.
You also just perspirate a lot in general. It could be dead of winter and Luke will sweat through 5 shirts in one day. And this is not exaggeration. This is pure facts.
That's just the way that my body works, and I believe it's because of just.
Low blood pressure.
It could be that actually. I do get cold fingers and cold feet, which makes absolutely no sense because it's true. In the middle of the winter, in the back of a warehouse at the beautiful place that we work called National Sports,
They don't sponsor us. You don't have to say the name.
They don't yet, and there is in the
Talk
warehouse
to
is
me.
freezing cold in the winter, and I would be like I put mitts on my hands to put to warm them up because my fingies and my toesies were so cold, but I would literally
Big butt.
sweat through my shirt still, and so I don't know what if that's a problem or if
That's
there's
just called
anything-
being weird.
maybe there's a more medical term for it than that, but I would agree.
No, trust me. I've been to medical school.
Guys,
That's as real as it gets.
And actually, Travis, you have been a couple years in kinesiology, and I'm curious to know what you've learned thus far.
Well, I can name all the bones in the body.
What's this bone?
Well, that is your humerus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That
For your listeners, I was pointing at the.
humerus. That is your femur. Just to let you know, he's pointing at his femur. Just kidding. It's actually the fibula.
I actually didn't know the difference.
Fibula and
think
tibula, same thing.
It's actually fibia and tibula.
No, it's fibula and tibia.
Tibula.
Oh wait, no, that's the leg. It's
Wait.
your radius and ulna.
Oh yeah, you. Buddy, that's a.
Nah, he's pointing at his leg. I promise.
No, oh, that's utterly embarrassing.
So it goes to show I haven't learned a whole
That's
lot.
absolutely embarrassing. Anyways. So yeah.
Been watching Last Chance U.
Last Chance.
Incredible show. Incredible show. Season 1. EMCC. Luke.
Hey, no spoilers.
No
first of all.
spoilers. I can't spoil
And also
it.
no acronyms because nobody knows what that means.
EMCC is the name of the school. It's
And tell us what Last Chance U is first.
Okay, so Last Chance U is basically a documentary series about college athletes, and most of them are either elite, like D1 athletes who have made mistakes in their lives, and so they get transferred from a very high profile school to a what's called a junior college. I don't actually really know what junior colleges actually mean, but they're called junior colleges. I don't know if that's just the whatever. It doesn't matter. These are not D1 schools anymore, but this one school, EMCC, which is East Mississippi Collegiate College, Mississippi
Yeah.
Collegiate College.
Yeah. Wait.
I
Is that what it
don't.
would be?
I don't know. I think collegiate's in the title.
Isn't collegiate like isn't college?
I just
part
can't
the
think
word?
of whatever community college.
Community college. Is way more sense.
Collegiate college.
Isn't collegiate just like saying college in just like a
Fancy way.
better way?
I think it is. I don't actually know what collegiate means.
Whatever.
I don't even know how to say it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, you just said it. So.
But yeah, so this show is about these athletes, and it's pretty much their last chance to play football. And for a lot of them, that's all they've ever tried to do in life. They don't have. A lot of them don't have Plan Bs, so it is definitely a hard show to watch at sometimes because you
That's the name
see.
Last Chance U.
Yeah,
Last Chance.
you as in university,
Yes.
Or you as
but
in
also
you.
a clever
You
pun.
as in you
It's
were
a double entendre.
You were last chance. It's a hyperbole. And so
Yeah, I mean, you guys told me I couldn't say spoilers, and I was gonna
you're
talk
gonna
all
tell
about
them all about the show.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna tell them about it? But I haven't even watched the ending of that season yet, and so I don't.
Yeah,
personally-
season
I
one
haven't even
is
started.
season one is simply incredible. The ending is just like how they just happen to be following that school when all that went down. Yeah, I guess I can't. I can't say, but
don't
it
say.
climaxes. It peaks at such an incredible level. I recommend everyone watch the show.
What
But
do you rate it?
Out of 5
Out
out
of
of
10.
5
10 out of 10.
out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Wait, 5 out of 5,
And
9
so-
out of 10.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious why.
Interesting rating.
Regardless, though, I respect the rating. I've also watched the show, except I've watched, because it's in like 2 different parts, I've watched the other part that he hasn't watched, and I can't confirm it's a good show. And I actually would give it the exact same rating as he did.
5 out of 5, 9
Nine
out of
out of
10.
10 out of 10, yes. That is correct. Done. Okay, thanks again. I don't want to check see if it's still recording.
Also, do want to put a, I guess, content warning for our younger our younger
Oh, like about
listeners.
for watching the
Yeah, the show does contain some explicit language, so I do want to caution against that for any young children
That's a
watching
good
this.
call. And I
Yeah, I don't know which young children would be listening to this podcast, but
I actually don't know who's listening to this podcast, but
apparently we
question.
got like 70 views on the last
which
one.
for us, when we
that
expected
is 70 more than we
we
expected.
expected 7.
I expected.
Okay.
Yeah, Taylor did not believe in us
He
whatsoever.
didn't, and now that we got 70 views, he just wanted to come because for
Clout.
70 people.
If you guys could all follow me on my first.
Later, Stu. Later, West.
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
fitness.
Taylor
page.
just joined us because he just thought he could get popular in this manner, and he thought that 70 people would, in fact, make him popular. If that many people knew him and knew of him, and so.
That's
Our life.
70 more.
What? What
It's our
Travis?
life.
It's a tough life, man. Well, got anything special to say?
What time are we at?
Travis, what's your
We're not
words?
even at 20 minutes. We got
Yeah.
some plenty
keep it
time.
We got plenty of time. How's the weather outside, guys? What's the weather looking like?
going.
hot.
It is.
Are you asking the listeners / viewers? Or are you asking us?
I'm asking the listeners. Listeners, while you're listening to this in your drive to work, if you could just let out a verbal, what is the weather right now?
We just want some feedback that we can't actually see or hear. We just want some feedback.
Just some feedback. We will say this currently, as of filming and recording, it is disgustingly hot.
It's like 35.
Well,
Plus
I don't know
humidity.
I don't know if it's quite 35, but
It's
it's
35
It's about
plus
33.
humidity.
I'm
With the
still
humidex, I'm pretty sure it's 45.
Close to it.
Do we have any dope YouTube videos I just want to play and show them?
The Bugenhagen.
Should we just show a ruthless rep from the Bugs?
We should.
Just
What's his best?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna find
Just
one.
get his heaviest. I don't know. We'll do a trap bar pull.
The meanest, heaviest.
Rick Listick versus Rick Thick Juice. Thick and Juice.
Yeah. Explain who Eric Bugenhagen is before we.
So Eric Bugenhagen is an inspirational YouTuber that I found first. Let it be known on the record that I showed him to everybody I knew about him. But yeah, he basically just does insanely heavy lifts, super unconventional styles, and now I think he's also on WWE, just very
WWE
recently.
NXT.
NXT, which is like something like with their prospects or something. They test them out. I don't actually know, but the dude is an absolute freak, all natural.
Claims to be.
He's 100% all natural. I give zero doubt.
We'll see.
He is 100% natural, as I said the 5 times before.
What's his diet consist of? Though? How did he
Garlic.
His dietary? How do you say? What do you say after dietary?
Dietary. Hold on.
You guys are the
His-
kinesiologists. Help
just
me out here.
listen.
His diet.
His dietary consumption.
Nutritional consumption.
His dietary what he eats is as follows.
So on a day, this is what he eats. He eats what? 1 kilogram of honey. An entire pack of garlic, like the cloves, like eating whole cloves.
Yep.
6 bagels. 12 eggs. A dozen
Yeah.
eggs.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what else.
And
Lots
he's
of
done-
dates.
Yeah, lots of pitted dates, seeds and such. And he has eaten and tried to eat just some absurd things in order to put on just pure muscle.
Including cat food.
He's tried cat food. He
Ew.
claims, and he said it was terrible. Believe that or not.
Yeah, who'd have thought?
And so
I can't
he decided-
I tried it too just for the gains. Can't confirm. It was disgusting.
And actually, the thought process behind eating cat food wasn't that like bad of one.
Absolutely packed in protein.
Think like it's literally isn't animal food just like the animals from before that died and were grounded up.
Yes, you are correct that cat food does contain protein sources.
And anyways, and so the thought process behind it was good, and he said it was terrible, and so he said he put sour cream and shredded cheese
Just
on top.
Ew, that would just make it
cat
worse.
food.
That's incredible.
And his secret shake that he tried was, he said he tried to eat liver a bunch and couldn't eat it, so he tried to put it in a shake with tomato juice. Said it was terrible, so tried to put it in a shake with tomato juice with chocolate protein powder and said that was terrible, and then so tried to put it in a shake with tomato juice and chocolate protein powder and a full thing of coffee, and he said that was terrible as
I
well.
think he's just trying to make it worse.
He said though, crazy caffeine buzz from the coffee from the shake.
I can imagine that.
That's
Because it's
understandable.
just a full pot of coffee.
Anyways, I am gonna play one of his incredible lifts. This is called a semi-sumo deadlift. I have no idea what it is.
It's a semi-sumo deadlift. 635 pounds on the bar.
Is it really 635? Hold on.
Yeah. And this is his first time doing this deadlift variation.
How do you know that?
It says it in the description. I just read
Oh,
that.
that's
Also after knee surgery.
yeah. After having, didn't he like rip his ACL or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's definitely the garlic.
900
It's got healing
Yeah,
properties.
900-pound trap bar deadlift.
Which is
That is incredibly impressive.
just insane.
Yeah, that's remarkable. Impressive athlete. Was a college wrestler. That was his warm up rep. I was doing more.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit more of a struggle.
That's an impressive lift, though. Yeah, was
I think
a
his
college-
shoulders moved down a foot
They
from
literally
where
did. It
they
looked
should
like
be.
they dislocated. Traps looked huge, though. Dude was a college
Juicy
wrestler,
traps.
though. Was absolutely massive back in college. I'm pretty sure he said he wrestled in, or I saw a video saying he wrestled in the 265-pound weight class or something like that.
Those are some big lads.
And dude is like 6'2" or 6'3". That's large for a fella in his young 20s. We got a ways to go till we get to that.
He's in his young 20s.
He was when
Oh,
he
When
was
he's in college.
Not anymore, man.
I think you were saying he's still.
No,
I think
man.
he's,
like-
he's only like 32.
Well,
That
that's,
makes more
That's
sense.
10 years older than the young 20s, but
But I'm just saying, he's only 32.
that's fine. Yeah, no,
He's got a plethora of life ahead of him.
he does. Now, I want to watch this super.
Well, if he keeps doing
Jefferson-
these types of lifts, who knows if he has a plethora of
Well,
life left in
that's
him.
fair. This one's called Super Jefferson Deadlift.
Jefferson deadlifts are just wild.
And
Personality.
dude looks like Tarzan, first of all.
615 pounds.
Remarkable. That's ridiculous. Impressive. I will, and so we've been working out in this little shed that we call the Pain Cave, and it's at in my cousin's like backyard shed thing, and it's incredible. And so I intend to attempt these lifts that Eric is doing, and I vow to
That's
hit the
news to
numbers
me.
that he's hitting. You don't think I could do it?
No, I do not.
Really?
You're right. I do not think that you could hit a 900-pound drop bar deadlift.
I never said.
I sincerely doubt that.
never said.
I never said I was gonna do that. I did say I would reach his numbers though.
Well, at this point, I'm literally dripping sweat now.
It is hot. It is
Painfully
very,
hot.
very hot.
I don't know how long we've been going for, but I'm literally cooking to
Out
death.
of breath,
Well,
like usual.
You could cook an egg
It's
on my
actually true.
laptop right now, so we're at about 26 minutes.
I could wring out my shirt now and rehydrate myself. How many minutes?
26, so probably like
Impressive.
How
yeah.
long do you guys normally do the podcast?
Well, in normal times, it was exactly 26 minutes on the last one, actually. I
Yeah,
think.
and that's the only normal we can go off.
Because
This is our second
That's our
episode.
only frame of reference, unfortunately, but...
I have to give that first one a listen.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you should, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe you should listen to the podcast that you are on.
Co-hosting.
You do not co-own the business.
But I do co-host the podcast.
Co-host
And
the podcast. This time temporarily.
you're
Now,
like the
it depends how much
minor.
the people like you.
if you guys could write in requesting me back on next week, that would be duly
We'll
appreciated.
do a vote on our Instagram. If you guys want to see Taylor on, but if you want to kick him off the island,
also,
Survivor style.
Also, if you want to,
Support us financially.
No,
No, we're not gonna ask for that.
Yeah, buy our stuff.
Send me money.
No, I don't, not that. Comment if you're listening or watching on YouTube. Comment or go on Instagram and comment on some picture or something, or DM us what type of podcast material you want to hear us talk about, because
This
This
one
is-
was just kind of a wing.
this was just us sitting down in this 223 degree room and just starting to spew sweat and words as well, and it's difficult to do that, and so like I can't even talk anymore.
Bye bye.
And so
Don't worry, man. I'll let you finish.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm losing. I don't remember. What I
You're
was-
losing.
Just send us some questions so we don't have to just wing it every
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was gonna say. Anyways,
Send in questions like what our workout routines look like.
wait, so is that you sending us a question?
Yeah, that was my question
Oh.
for next week.
And we'll go over that.
I was
next
giving
week.
an
So
example.
tune in next week or 2 weeks from now, depending on.
When we actually do it.
But yeah, we'll talk about what Taylor's workout plan is and how he got so flexible. Large.
Skinny.
Juicy. Thick and juicy. I will have you know that I hit a bench press PR after zero training and zero anything
you did-
over 4 months.
You did push-ups every day, though, not?
That is a form
That's
of
called.
training.
That's called.
I did
That's called
no
training
push-ups.
chest a
I
lot.
did no push-ups. It was an
You
absolutely...
didn't do push-ups?
No, I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did push-ups every day. So
I had not...
Lies.
I had
you're
not...
misleading the public by saying you did zero training and hit a 15-pound PR, because that is simply not the truth.
Taylor, you are basically Tifu.
Yeah, you're lying about what.
About how much I
Everything.
lift.
About what you're lifting, and I won't stand for
I'm
it.
lifting insane weight, though. That's all that matters. And I did it off of zero training.
Another lie.
Anyways, well,
Thank you for tuning into the podcast.
thanks for tuning into Bandwell Radio or podcast.
Ooh, maybe we should put it on the radio.
Maybe we should just call
That's
it
like a
Bandwell
thing
Radio.
that like you'd have to actually know some people.
You don't think we have
I have
connections?
connections, Taylor.
You've got no connections.
I actually think Abandoned Radio would always be like almost a cooler name than Abandoned Podcast. Anyways,
Ooh.
that's for
Yeah, also if you have cooler names for the podcast, let us know, because I
Also
think
let us know
Abandon
that.
All Podcast might have been the
it.
most unoriginal idea we could have came up
It
with.
could have been.
It's also a bit of a mouthful.
It could have been
Yeah.
Abandoned All Podcast. I mean, sure. And yeah, we could use a better name. We could use some more topics, and I could use a glass of water. And so on that note,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to us and our special
Special guest.
pet pal ski.
Special pen palski.
Taylor Star.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Travis, do you want to log him off?
Good night, everyone.